首先，我们敬礼传承祖师，敬礼了明和尚，大家正
Homage to Master Sakya Dzogchen
敬礼
and homage
大宝
to the 16 Dharma King Karmapa
敬礼图登大吉上
and homage to Master Dupten Dorji.
敬礼坛城山，
Homage to the three jewels of the altar.
今天父魔祖尊
Homage to the main deity of
泰
Homa
然
today,
法
the Raga Raja.
师母
Simu,
各位上师、教授师、
all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma
堂
instructors,
主，
Dharma assistants,
还有网络上的同门，
temple directors, all
今天
disciples
我们
present
与会的
here and
贵
over the
宾是
internet and all participating VIPs today
中华民国
from the
行政院
Ministry of
总统
Foreign
事务协调
Affairs
委
of
员会
Republic of
秘
Taiwan,
书长
Secretary
廖东州大
General's
使夫人九姐
Liao's wife, Dharma Sister Judy,
生活中中委会会计师特丽莎师姐
accountant to the True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa and her husband Larry,
生活中中委会法律顾问周
Law
慧
Advisor
华
to
女
the
士
True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Jennifer Zhou,
中天电视台给你点上
producers for the
节目
Geni
制作
Tiansang
人
Shinton from
徐雅琪
CTI
师姐
TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiachi,
林淑华医师
Dr. Lin,
高欢贤医师
and Dr. Gao,
中华民国侨务委员会顾问谢明芳师姐
and the advisor to the overseas Chinese, Miss Vinishi,
阳光武共团林怡仙师姐
and from the Sunny Line Dancers Group, Dharma Sister Lin Yixuan,
大家晚大家好
Good afternoon, everyone.
大
How
家
do you
午
do?
安大家好
Mandarin in Japanese. Domo konnichiwa.
Good afternoon
Good afternoon.
你好大家好现在这个下个礼拜天礼拜日
Next Sunday,
10月18
that
日
would be October
下午3点
18th at 3 p.m.
会基金刚的父母
There would be
会
Uchisima
基金刚 大
Homa
家
fire
知道
offering
会基金刚
ceremony.
的
So we all know Uchisima
释迦牟尼佛从心轮里面转化
is
出来的
was manifested from the heart chakra of Sakyamuni
是
Buddha.
我们佛也可以讲
So we could
等
say
于
that
佛教的教主
that
释迦
is
牟尼佛
from the
从
head of
变化的
Buddhism,
金刚手
Sakyamuni Buddha, that manifested as a
在佛陀
Vajra
的时候
Heruka
佛陀的时代
at the time of
他
Sakyamuni
涅槃的
Buddha,
时候
at the time of his parinirvana,
这个也就是说所有的天诸天全部下降
that all the heavenly beings
就只有
descended
一位
except one
天王没有下降
heavenly king that did not
那这样子
Calm
来讲起来就是不是很礼貌的一种行
So
为
that was
因为所有诸天
impolite
全部下降
because all the
那为什
heavenly
么天王
beings
他没有来下降？
descended except this one heavenly king?
就是有一尊
Why?
就是慧基金刚，从佛陀的心
So
轮里面转化出来，
Uchisima was manifested from the
然
heart
后去
chakra of Sakyamuni
请他下降。
Buddha
也
and
可能是说
invited
让
him
他
to
下降。
descend or to make him descend.
那么所有的一般的去请他的，全部陷在这个好像是说很
The
陷
other
在他的一个陷
beings
阱里面。
who
唯有慧基金
invited
刚
him
能够
fell
逃
into
过
his
那个
trap
陷阱，
except
而且不受
Uchisima
那个陷阱的陷害，
that
才能够请到这个天王。
did not get harmed by his trap. That's why he could invite the heavenly king. So there was a story behind.
能够去除所有的污秽，
So
污秽的
Uchisima
东西都可以
could
去除掉。 他不怕污秽
dispel
污秽的
all
东西，
kinds of filth.
所以才叫慧基金刚。
He's not
那名字
afraid
才叫
of
慧基金
any
刚
any filth
那么
or
修这一
anything
尊呢，
dirty.
它
That's
有
why he's
毒
called
阳的作
Uchisima.
用，毒阳的作用就是说，它阳气非常的充
So
足，
he is very
转
young,
化女
young
胎为男胎。
so he is full of the young or positive energy.
那这一
So you
尊
can
的
also
功德
change
非常的
the a
它的
baby
光
girl
明
in the
无尽
womb to become a baby
是
boy.
释迦牟尼佛本身的
And he has boundless
非常有
radiance.
威力的。
And he is an emanation of Sakyamuni Buddha with
像
a
有些
truly
人啊
uh,
中了杠头啊，或者有一
remarkable
些那
power.
个
And some
卡音
people
啊，
was
去碰到阿
cursed
飘啊，
by black
卡
magics
音啊，
or
这个
was
中杠头
possessed
啊，或怎
by
么样？
ghosts or
慧基金刚
spirits
是
or
可以
attached
解
by
这
the
些
spirits.
这些的，
So
因为他的
Uchishima could
阳气
resolve
非常充足。
those because he is
一切的
full of the
鬼
young energy.
那个鬼怪、
So
狸魔魍
ghosts,
魉，通通都
demons,
会退散。
monsters, and all
跟
the
大家介绍这个慧基金刚。
solitary spirits all could be expelled. That's my introduction of this Uchisima. Let me take a sip of drink. 今天我们修爱染明王哦。 So
爱染明王
today
是在香港
we
第一
perform
次传的时候，
Ragaraja Homa, and the first time I
是由
transmitted
十方
this
同修会
Dharma
的
is in
上
Hong
人上
Kong,
师邀请到
and
香
it
港
was
去做的法会。
I was invited by Master Changren
但是
of
法会
the
我讲了很
Ten
多
Directional
这个
chapter
其
in
中有
Hong
很多
Kong,
的法
and
爱
during
染
that
明王
great grand ceremony, I transmitted a lot of the Dharma
你要跟本尊相应，
in
爱
order
染是一个
to
媒
gain
人，是一个媒
yogic
介，
response with the
这是中间
deity.
人。
Ragaraja or
实乃
Aizen
爱染明王
in
咒
Japanese
30万遍，
is like a matchmaker. He's like a
在
me
修本尊法很容易相应，这个就是爱
mediator.
染明王的
So you first recite Ragaraja's mantra, then you would easily attain yogic union with your deity. And then there was also a Dharma
断恶法，
for
就是用爱染明王的弓
destroying
箭
the evils
射向
using Ragaraja's bow and arrow
射中敌人，
to shoot at the enemy.
这就是断恶法。
And this is to destroy the evils, and the evils will not harm you anymore. And the Dharma of drawing an image, when you paint or draw Ragaraja's
很
image,
容易印到你的心里，
it's easy to impress it upon
因为
your
这个
heart
像
when you do
印
so.
在你身里，就跟爱染明王
And because it's imprinted in your heart, then it's easy to gain yogic response with Ragaraja.
第
And then for love, respect, and harmony, and also through the fire offering, like already mentioned before, and also the nectar water, Dharma, that's for alleviating illnesses and for purification, and also carved image, Dharma, and then by carrying on your body, you would imprint it in your heart, and everybody would respect and admire you, and that's also to protect you, and also for expelling the demons. There are some ways to do so, and also for detoxification or alleviating poisons on your body. Hom, 杂之 hom, 热. So Ragaraja has tremendous power. Boundless karma. As I said yesterday, Ragaraja's nectar vase, you use the sit syllable to transform into the nectar vase, and use pang to transform into the lotus blossom, and you use hom sit syllable to become Ragaraja, the Aizen. He has one head, 6 arms. So one head, 6 arms, and on his crown there's a cross Vajra scepter, red hair, and he looks very fierce and formidable. So each of the 6 hands is holding Dharma implements. The first pair, the left hand is holding a mala, the right hand a lotus. The second pair is holding a bow and arrow on the right hand, and then the third pair, the left hand is holding a Vajra bell, and the right hand is holding a Vajra scepter. And the whole body is radiating bright red light, and he is seated on a 1,000-petal lotus upon a nectar vase. And Ragaraja is a transformation of Vairocana Buddha entering into Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's heart. He's also a great Bodhisattva. And Ragaraja is considered to be the most esteemed and remarkable Vidyarajas. And he's also emanation of Vajrasattva. So Ragaraja is also Vajrasattva's wrathful manifestation, or another way of saying it is Vairocana Buddha entering into Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. So there are many origins and many legends. There's some that says that he's Mahastama Prapta or Samantabhadra Bodhisattva or Vajrasattva. Because in Tantrayana, he is called Vajrasattva, but in Mahayana, he's called Mahastama Prapta, or some call him Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. So his Dharma origins are numerous, but this deity in Japan is very popular and widely worshipped. And this deity in Japanese Tantrayana is very popular, and he also exists in Tibetan Tantrayana. But Japanese Tantrayana widely worship Ragaraja or Aizen. Today, I had a spontaneous thought, and because I'm very please, today I would like to transmit another Dharma of Ragaraja that you did not know. Because through Buddha's school, has a lot of complaining women or complaining men. So there are many. There are many beautiful ladies that cannot get married. And there are also many handsome men that cannot get a bride. So buy a bottle of water and pour half of it out. So just boil half bottle of it. So, and the other half in the bottle. So half bottle of water, place it into a bowl, and then add the boiling water onto the bowl. And this kind of water is called the yin and yang water. The yang water is the boiled water, and the yin water is the original water. And then you place an image of Ragaraja on your altar, and you lit an incense and invoke Ragaraja, recite his mantra, and this is how you form the mudra. But first you lit the incense and pay homage to him, and place the bowl of water in front of Ragaraja as an offering. And then you first pay homage to Ragaraja, perform prostrations, the 7 parts of practices, homage, offering, fulfill refuge, the 4 immeasurables, repentance, etc. And afterwards, you sit quietly and visualize the person in your heart, the person that you admire, whether man or woman. Of course, the woman would visualize the man, and the man visualize the woman. So not man for man, woman for woman, except if you are homosexuals. So you visualize. So the one that you adore in your heart, say the woman, appears in the space above you. And then you form this hook mudra. And she or he appears in the sky, and then you use the hook to hook on her skirt and to pull her down into the bowl of water. And the mantra is Za Hom Pan Ho. And then she or he would enter into the water and becomes water. She or he becomes water. At this time, you visualize yourself with Za Hom Pan Ho. You yourself enter into water. And then you form Ragaraja's mudra. And you visualize the loving couple in water, or your lover and yourself in water like this, like the mudra of Ragaraja. This is the mudra of Ragaraja. See? They are hugging. the
然后
two
你就开始持咒
hugging
了。
each other, and then you would recite the
观
mantra.
想两个人，观想好了，他们两个
After
就在水中，
visualizing
也就
these
是
two
你的爱
people
人
inside the water,
跟你心爱的人
your
跟
loved
你
one
两个人
and
在水里
yourself
面
in the water,
哈，
hugging
然后你结这
each
个手
other, and then you
开
form
始
this
念
mudra
吽
and you
擦
recite,
子吽热，
recite
擦子吽热，一直念
Hom,
念
Zatsu, Hom,
108
Re,
声到
Ragaraja's
108
mantra
声的时候你念
108 times
吽
continually.
擦子吽，某某某。
And then you recite Hom, Zatsu, Hom. So and I are loving in harmony. Re. Hom, Zatsu, Hom. So and I are loving and respecting each other. Re. So it's very simple. So yin and yang water, visualizing her or him to come in with cha hom pan ho to enter into water, and use the hook mudra to hook her or him into the water, and then you yourself willingly enter into the water. There is no hook needed, and then hugging each other, and then you form this mudra. This is the hugging mudra.
两个人 hug，
Two people are hugging each other.
然后你就开始念咒
And then you reciting the mantra of
念
Ragaraja
完了
until 108
爱染
times
明完了，红色
later.
的光加持这个碗，
And then the red light of Ragaraja is blessing this bowl.
某某
And then the last
跟我
one,
敬爱，
you say, so and I are loving each other.
某
Re.
某某，
Hom, Zatsa, Hom. So and I are loving and respecting each other. Re.
那这样子一玩的话啊，你
At the
念
re
完
at the
108遍，你觉得说这
And
样子
after
修法
you completing the 108 times
这个碗里
mantra
面的水已经
recitation,
有一次修法的力量。
you feel that the water has the power of one practice. And then the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh times. So multiply of
7
7
倍数，你
times
修了7
of
堂
practice.
就可以了。
So
这个
it's
水啊
fine. I mean, after you complete 7 times of
把它
practice,
装成那个，好像说再装回去
then you
矿泉水，
put back the
那
water
个好像
into the
矿泉
bottle.
水一瓶装回去。啊，你碰到他的时候啊，
When you
你就
meet
请他
him
喝
or
矿泉
her,
水
let him or her
啊
drink
你
this
碰到他说
water.
哎，这个矿泉水，请你喝一杯，我喝一杯。
Oh,
你
please
喝一
drink
杯
this. I
我喝矿
drink
泉水
I drink
或
a
者是说
cup and you
你
drink a
没有
cup.
碰到他
Or if you
那么
don't
你
see
是
him
跟
or
太太
her,
不合，那你也可以用这个方法，
or if you don't get along with your
把这个
wife,
矿泉水
then you can also put
滴一
the
点在汤
water,
里面，不用全
just
部都
place a
放
drop of water, a few drops of water
然
into
后多喝几遍也
soup.
可以啊。总之，只
And
要
then
他
you
喝
can
到
drink
了
it several
对方喝到了
times. As long as the other person drinks it,
他就有感觉。
then he or she would start generate feelings toward you.
平时他不看你的啊，平时这个男生不看
When the man usually totally ignore you, all of a sudden
觉得你好亮，
he sees
突然
you
间变漂亮，
and find you to become beautiful all of a sudden,
哎呀，这我应该跟他
to
做
be
一个朋友
bright. And all of a sudden he thinks that maybe we should be
这个
friends,
就是我
We
最
should
爱的。
date, and maybe he would feel that this is the one that I adore most.
这样听清楚了没？
Now, do you understand clearly?
这个啊，就是爱情的杠头啊。
And this is the black magic for love.
对不对？但是我告诉你哦，
But
我们学
let me
佛的
tell
人
you,
不可以乱来。
as Buddhist
啊
practitioners,
你出家的比丘尼，
you have to
出家的
be
比丘
conscientious,
我们上师
like
虽然
monks
知道
and
这个方
nuns
法，但是
or masters who know of this Dharma practice. cannot put them into practice as they like. It has to be the proper affinity. So in order for the affinity to gel and to happen sooner rather than later, and it is about true feeling, true love, then you can do this practice. If it's just a game, then you should not. If you do this practice, then it would hurt your conscience, it would hurt your virtues. So that's a Dharma practice for love. So you know, it's very easy, right? So the spells for love. So if the husband leaves you and is not coming back, then you use this method and let him drink some of the water, and then wow, he comes back, and all of a sudden, oh, my mistress is not more beautiful than my wife, then he would stay home. He would not ramble anymore. He wouldn't be rambling outside. It's a very good method. Sometimes a couple also don't get along. But please pay attention. You please don't use this method to let Grandmaster enter into the water. To let Grandmaster into the water, I would drown. Please, by all means, please don't. Please, heavens, please protect me. Now, let me continue talking about this. There's a joke about the black magic for love. I fought with my wife today. It went really bad. And then all of a sudden, I thought, I am a great man. Why do I want to struggle with my wife? Especially it's my own wife. So I apologized and kneeled down, and my wife was happy. And after apologizing, my wife's brother put down his knife. And the wife's younger brother put down the hammer. And the wife's elder sister was pulling my hair, and she let go too. And the father-in-law put down the brick he was holding. So, loving and harmonious family is rare to find. So you can use this method to have a harmony in your family. Let me continue to talk about the second line of the praise. Sentient beings is not awakened yet and not practicing. That is the unexcelled one. When all ceases, that means enlightenment. It is called the all-encompassing wisdom of the world. So all sentient beings is not yet awakened and not yet practicing. That is the time for the unexcelled one, unexcelled, honorable one. When Sakyamuni Buddha gained enlightenment, all of the sentient beings are asleep. There are no people around. None of the people were awake. This statement is the statement of enlightenment. So sentient beings are not awakened yet and not moving about or walking around. So Sakyamuni Buddha spoke this statement. It spoke the truth, but actually it has a deeper meaning. At night, all beings are asleep, and when there are nobody moving about on the streets, that's close to the realm of enlightenment. At this time, Sakyamuni Buddha is the greatly awakened one, is the great holy, honorable one, venerable one. He knows that sentient beings are always asleep, and sentient beings never walk or move about on the streets. This is the realm of enlightenment. So, who would be awakened from the great dreams first? Now, the only awakened one is Sakyamuni Buddha. He was awakened and he was enlightened. And there are no people moving about on the streets. And there are no people being awakened. When you see this, you would gain enlightenment about one thing. And once you gain that enlightenment, then you extend it. Then you're close to enlightenment. So the great awakened one can speak this statement, and this statement has a very deep and profound meaning. It's not ordinary. The teacher asked Xiaoming, this is jokes about Xiaoming. Xiaoming, could you explain when the truth comes out? And Xiaoming said, oh, this is play of words of Chinese. Someone bear a son and called Da Bai. Oh, this is only meaningful in Chinese. And the teacher told Xiaoming to get out. This play of words of Chinese. So what does it mean when the truth comes out? Sakyamuni Buddha is truly clear about the truth. Only the greatly awakened one would clearly understand about that the truth comes out. When I went to Tahiti, Dzogchen, and he wrote this statement, why did I come to this world? What did I come to this world for? And why did I come to this world? So when I die, where do I go? Where did I come from? And in this world, why do I want to live? Dzogchen is a famous painter from France. In Tahiti, Tahiti is a French territory. And Dzogchen is a very famous painter And that was during the same time as Van Gogh. And Van Gogh and Gauguin lived together for a period of time. So, but they didn't get along, so they paint their own style. So, Gauguin was also criticized by critics from France. So he flew from Paris, France, to go to Tahiti and lived in seclusion in Tahiti. And he married a Tahitian girl and painted a lot of Tahitian sceneries. And he loved his daughter most. But his daughter passed away before he did. So he longed for his daughter. And because of that, he tried to commit suicide in a lake in Tahiti, in the Leaf Lake, which is the lake where I was in retreat. And Gauguin wrote a few sentences. Why did I come here? Where am I going? Why do I live in this world? What for? A lot of people ask the same questions because they were not awakened. They are not awakened. You need to be like Sakyamuni Buddha, that when the whole truth is revealed, then everything becomes clear. Then you know what do you do in this world. Like Sakyamuni Buddha said, is to play out your karma, is to pay for your crime, for your karma, because you have karmic transgressions. That's why you're born in the Saha world. You need to eradicate your karma in order to go back to the Pure Lands or to Buddha lands. So in the Saha world, you are paying for your crimes or for your karma. You're playing out your karma. So why do you exist or live in the Saha world? They're just tools. It's paying for your crime or for your karma, playing out your karma. So human world is illusory, like Gauguin was longing for his daughter. She was really cute and he loved her very much. And when she grew up, she became very beautiful and he also really loved her. And then little did he know, she passed away. So he got really sad. He was grieving. And he thought about why a human being lives in this world. Actually, is to eradicate your karma. So Sakyamuni Buddha said it very clearly, is to eradicate your karma. And most importantly is to have everything be very clear. You need to understand where you came from, where you are going, and what you are doing in this world, and what is this Saha world. If you understand everything about this, then that would be called the whole truth is revealed, that everything becomes clear, and only then would be called enlightenment. One day, with my husband, we were driving back home for a few hours, and on the road I said, "Honey, I'm hungry." And the husband said, "Roll down your window." And the wife asked, "Why?" "Well, why don't you just take in the northwestern wind? We just take in the air." So the husband is over. They should stop on a shop and get some snacks or get a cup of coffee or maybe afternoon tea and get some light meals. That would be good to just stop and rest a little bit. And the husband is really too much. So she needs to practice Raga Raja and let the husband drink the water. And then he would stop and take good care of her and chat with her, have an afternoon tea and a cake, and drink a cup of coffee before continuing.
在幼稚园里面，
In the
一个
kindergarten,
男的，两个女的，
with one man and two,
三个小孩子在扮
one
家
boy and two girls
男孩子享
are
受
playing
爸爸，
like a
女
family
孩子说
game.
当妈妈，
And one boy said, I want to become a dad, and the other girl said, I want to become mom, and the other girl said,
三了
well, then I should be the mistress. The little third in Chinese meaning the mistress.
真相是什么？
So what is the truth?
是娑婆世界，对，娑婆世界本来真。就是
In
这个样
the in the world, the Saha world is like this.
都是
That's
在
how
游
it
戏
is. Just a game,
就是
just a
在玩
play.
game
You're just playing the games.
我们以前说那个台大有两个系，
You know, in Taiwan National University, there are two
一个是歌
fields.
仔戏，台大有两个
One
系
is
一
the
个是
cloth
歌仔戏
puppet
一个是
show.
歌仔戏
And the other one is like an operatic
不
show.
只是台大有两个系，
There's also play
我
of
们
games of
人生
Chinese.
整个世界，整
But
个人
actually, not only for the
都
university,
是
but
戏
this human world, this human life,
戏而已
they're all just like a show
你看出来没有？
or a play. Have you
每
seen
一个
through
人都
it?
是在游戏，
Everybody's just playing the roles, playing the
你
games.
不是先生，
If you're not a husband, you're a
不
wife
然就是小三、
or the mistress.
小四、小
Or
五、
as
小
the,
六、
the other mistress,
小
the
八。
little fourth, little fifth, little sixth, little seven, little eighth. Like the
That's good.
mistresses. So what are they doing?
game
Just playing game,
有一天呢
playing games. And one day,
你死掉了，
when you die, then that will be game over.
就没有了，
That's the
这
end.
戏不再演了，就结束了。
Then you don't continue the
从
game.
出生开始，
So
到家
ever
小
since
姐
you're
开始
born,
一直
you
到
start
真正
playing the game,
到后来到今天，
playing the family game until you really get married.
过是一场戏
Until now, until
你要
you
看清楚，
age, that's all just a game. You need to see it clearly.
有什么人是你的，
Is there
有什么
a
房子是你的，
person that
有
is
什么
yours?
土地是你的，
Is there a house that's yours? Is there a piece of land
有什么
that's
金
yours?
钱是你的，有什么珠宝啊？
Is there money that's yours? Is there jewelry that's yours? They're all
房子、
temporary.
土地、
Houses, lands,
妻子、儿
wives,
女、
children,
先生，全部都
husbands,
是暂时的啊，
they're all
一时
temporary.
间的一个 game 的一个游戏而已啊。
Only
这个游戏一过了，
only a game for a period of time. When the game's over,
这个才
everything's
是真
gone.
相啊，什么都没有才
That
是真相。
this is only the whole truth. When nothing is yours, that's the whole truth. At that time, you
参
become
加法会被超度的幽灵，
the spirit that's being bardo delivered in the ceremony.
哦，
Only then you would understand
结束了。
that the game in my human life is over.
上面讲
And Grandmaster Lu is talking above to pray to Raga Raja, to guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha lands. And then you rise up and you fly into the white area. Then the whole truth comes out. Then you have nothing. You have the husbands are gone, the wives are gone, the houses are gone, the money are gone. All the gold, silver, jewelries, they're all gone. Your beloved antiques are all gone. That's how it is. Don't think that you gain anything. So a statement in the Heart Sutras is very clear.
因无所得故，
Because you have nothing to gain.
因为
That's
没有得到
bodhisattva.
什么都得不到。
Because you don't gain anything, because you don't get anything. That's why
就是这一句
you attain the
因无所得
bodhisattvahood
故菩提
because of this
这
statement.
一句话是重点。
Because there is nothing to gain. Be a bodhisattva.
心经里面重要的
This is the most important statement in the Heart Sutra.
这一句是重点
Because there is nothing to gain. Be a bodhisattva. This is the key point.
你才能够修成菩萨。
So you need to comprehend this nothing to gain in order to attain bodhisattvahood.
你才能够入
Only then you would be at peace and at ease. Then you would be able to gain meditative stability. Then you can enter into samadhi. Then this is already very close to enlightenment. The Heart Sutra is the sutra for enlightenment.
行也为
So the Buddha said that sentient beings is not awakened yet and it's not moving about. And this statement is enlightenment.
地球上没有人行走，那时候是
That
晚上，
on earth nobody is moving about because at that time it
所有的
was
众生都还没有
nighttime
醒过来。
and all sentient beings are not awakened yet. They're fast asleep.
除非你真相大白了，才算醒过来。
Unless when everything becomes clear to you, then you would be called
所
awakened.
以将来要讲
So
中阴成佛，
in the
中
future,
阴啊，
attaining Buddhahood in the spirit
灵
state.
所谓中阴中有的意思就是灵魂。
So 中
你
阴,
到了
which is the
中阴中有的
Bardo
时候，那个时候
Bardo
才
state, which mean when you become
你
spirits.
到底是六道轮回呢，还是
So
往
that's
生
the
净土
time
佛呢？在那个
of
时候
a
才是灵魂
decision
的表现。
whether you would be reborn in the 64th realm or going to the pure Buddha land. At that time, it would
啊
appear.
会讲
In the
如何
future,
在中阴
I will
成佛
talk about
因为你
how
自
to
身的活
become
动啊
Buddhahood in the
要连发
Bardo
大
state,
生化红
because
光
it is extremely difficult to attain Buddhahood in this body, like Guru Padmasambhava to become rainbow light, like Sri Singha or Manjushri Mita to transform to become rainbow light.
你修七脉，
If you don't practice the chi channels and light drops,
身体
impossible.
每一个部分都化成光
once you practice the channels chi and light drop and transform your whole body to become lights, it's very difficult to attain.
生化红光
And you need to merge the light inside your body to the outside light. That's very difficult.
这是重点。
But the last chance would be Buddhahood in the Bardo
今天
state.
跟女朋友吃饭，
Today we had dinner with the
鲜
girlfriend,
虾牛肉炒饭，
and she ordered a fresh
鲜
shrimp
虾
fried
牛肉
and beef fried rice.
牛肉炒饭吗？
Is it beef fried rice?
鲜虾牛肉汤，
Or
鲜虾
fresh
牛肉汤，
shrimp
鲜虾牛肉汤也不太对啊，
beef soup? That's not
没有
right.
这个食物哦，
There's no such soup. So this joke is wrong.
因为是鲜虾，
Fresh shrimp
对，
and beef?
鲜虾面线汤啊，哎，鲜虾面线汤啊，
So fresh
这个
shrimp
汤刚端上
fine noodle soup.
这个
So when the soup
他女朋友
was
就在碗
served,
里面翻了，挑出
the girlfriend
大虾，丢
picked
到这个先生，
the
丢到那个
prawn
男朋友的碗里面，
and placed it in the boyfriend's bowl,
心里面感动的不得了。
and he felt really
旁
touched.
边的几个男的看到了，也
And the other man seeing that, very envious
虾面汤，他居然把鲜虾全部丢给
that she
男朋友
picked the prawns and gave it to the boyfriend.
那个男朋友心里非常的高兴，
And the boyfriend was really
这
pleased
个女朋友对他很好，
that this girlfriend was really nice to him.
所以女朋友看了他一眼，
So
看什
he
么看？
looked at the girlfriend, and then she said, What are you looking at? Why can't you peel it for me?
所以你要到最后才能够真相大白。
So you only know the whole truth
你最后
at the
才能
end.
开悟啊。
And you would only gain enlightenment at the end. So the girlfriend was not giving you the prawns, that she was just going to eat the noodle, but actually she asked you to peel the prawns for
人
her.
啊都是这样子。
So human beings
到
are
了
like
最后
that.
到了最后，你才会醒过来。
Only at the end that you
有
would
些
be
人他
awakened.
没有修行，
Some people don't cultivate spiritually and
他
they
醒过来的时候，
create a lot of transgressions, and when they awaken, it's too
他
late.
中阴身啊，不由自己，
That in the bardo state, in the spirit
因
world,
为他们根本没有修本尊法，
they cannot control themselves
也没有修
because
上师法，
the
上师也没有
deities do not exist, the root guru do not exist because they never practice any of
你
those.
到哪里去求依
So
靠？
the
没
deity
得靠，
doesn't exist, so you have no reliance.
靠人人跑，
So they don't have any reliances.
六道轮回啊，
So they would be
轮
reincarnated
回什么？
based on your karma that you create,
就是这样。
that you created. That's how it
因
is.
为你有修法，你
But
本尊
if
出现
typically you do practice, that the deity or the root guru would appear and would guide you.
你跟他合一，你就
And
到他
if
的
you're in union with the deity, then you go to his pure land. This is important.
老婆讲，老公，我手烫伤了，好
The
疼。
wife said, "Oh, I burned my skin. It's really painful."
牙膏
And the
可
wife
以
said,
可以止疼的。
"I told you already, use
老婆说
toothpaste
我
and
知道啊，
it would
可是我
stop
已
the
经吃
pain."
了一条牙膏还是疼。
And the wife said, "Yeah, I know, but I already eaten a tube of toothpaste and it still hurts." And the husband said, "Oh, you should check your brain at the hospital."
所以不要法不要用错，
So please
我们修任何法
don't
不要
misuse
用
the
错
Dharma.
用错
So whatever practice we do, please do not misuse that.
头痛医头，
So if you have headache, you cure the head. If you have
医哪里？
pain in your foot, then you cure the foot.
其实这也
So
是
you
一个
cure
学
wherever there's pain. But it may not be accurate. You still have to go see doctors, and the doctors will tell you the cause of the pain. And when you cure the cause, then the pain would be gone.
你有
So
什
it's
么
the
业
same
障
concept.
你用什
So
么药
whatever
来
karma you have, you use the
你有
right
什么病
medicine
就
to
用什么药
cure.
来治
So what kind of illness you have, you use the right medicine for it. Then that would be appropriate.
所以释迦牟尼佛讲8万4
So
千法
Sakyamuni Buddha
对治
taught
8万
84,000 Dharma gates
当你把这个
to
病
deal with the 84,000 kinds of illnesses.
也就是
When all of your illnesses are alleviated, that means all your karma is eradicated.
一切真相大白，
Once your karma is completely eradicated, then everything becomes clear. Then you can be reborn into the Buddha lands, and you can also transform to become the deity. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢。